Did you know combustible gas and dust explosions are among the most devastating industrial incidents? Every year, industrial accidents caused by combustible gases and dust claim lives and cause extensive damage worldwide. What makes these hazards so dangerous? Watch till the end to learn about the unseen risks that could lead to explosions in industrial settings. Before we dive deeper into this topic, let's first understand what combustible gas and dust are. What is combustible gas? A combustible gas is a type of gas that ignites and burns when exposed to an ignition source like a spark, flame, or heat. When combined with air or other oxidizing gases, these gases can form explosive mixtures. When the concentration of combustible gas in the air falls within a specific range and encounters a heat source, the consequences can be devastating, ranging from a fire to a full-scale explosion. Combustible gases are categorized into 3 groups based on the ignitability of their gas-air mixture. These classifications are defined by the international standard IECEx CoPC. Group 2A represents the least dangerous categories. They require higher ignition temperatures and pose a relatively lower risk. Moving up the scale, Group 2B have increased ignitability, requiring less energy to ignite. Finally, at the most dangerous end is Group 2C. These substances have the lowest ignition temperatures and pose the highest risk of explosion when exposed to a spark, flame, or heat source. Next, let's explore the gas zones for combustible gases. In industrial environments, gases are classified into 3 zones based on explosion risk. Zone 0 is where explosive gas-air mixtures are present continuously or for long periods. Zone 1 is where such mixtures are likely to occur during normal operation. Zone 2 is where explosive mixtures are unlikely to occur, and if they do, it's only for a short time. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to receive our latest updates. Now, let's talk about combustible dust. Dust consists of fine particles that, when airborne, can ignite and cause catastrophic explosions. This dust is often created by everyday industrial processes like grinding, sanding, or cutting materials. Combustible dust is classified into 3 groups. Group 3A includes combustible fibers and flying materials, like cotton and textiles, often found in agriculture. Group 3B covers non-conductive dusts, such as flour and grain, common in food and pharma industries. Finally, Group 3C consists of conductive dusts, like metal powders, which can cause electrical hazards. Next, let's explore the dust zones for combustible dust. The first zone is Zone 20, where combustible dust is constantly present and has a high explosion risk. Second is Zone 21. Here, dust is usually present during normal operations, but only in certain conditions, so the explosion risk is moderate. Last is Zone 22. In this zone, dust is only present in abnormal situations, which means the explosion risk is low. So, how do these explosions happen? The key to understanding combustible gas and dust explosions lies in 5 factors. First, fuel. The fine particles act as the fuel. When suspended in air and mixed with oxygen, they form a flammable mixture that can ignite when exposed to heat or a spark. Second is oxygen, which supports combustion. Without oxygen, there can be no fire or explosion. Third, an ignition source is needed, such as a spark. open flame, or hot surface. Finally, confinement. The explosion is much more dangerous when it's confined to a space like a silo or a room. Now that we understand the science behind combustible gas and dust, let's explore industries where these hazards are most common. The first industry is agriculture and food processing. Grain dust, sugar, and flour in confined spaces, combined with methane from decomposition, can ignite with a single spark, causing explosions. The second industry is woodworking. Sawdust, wood shavings, and vapors from adhesives and finishes create flammable conditions, especially in poorly ventilated areas. The third industry is chemical manufacturing. Fine particulates, flammable vapors, and hydrogen gas in enclosed areas can lead to devastating explosions from sparks or static discharge. The fourth industry is metal processing. Dust from metals like aluminum and magnesium, along with hydrogen gas, can ignite from sparks during cutting or welding. The fifth industry is oil and gas. Methane and other volatile gases in confined high-pressure systems become highly explosive with heat or sparks. The sixth industry is textiles. Fibers, lint, and vapors from dyeing or finishing can ignite due to static electricity or overheating, posing serious risks. So, what causes combustible gas and dust explosions? First is poor housekeeping. Layers of dust and unmanaged gas leaks can create explosive hazards. Regular cleaning is essential to prevent dangerous concentrations. Second is the lack of ventilation. Without proper ventilation, dust and gases accumulate, creating a hazardous environment. Third is ignition sources. Sparks, hot surfaces, or static electricity can ignite flammable materials if not controlled. Fourth is improper maintenance. Faulty equipment can spark or leak, increasing risks. Routine maintenance is critical for safety. Fifth is lack of awareness. Untrained employees without IECEx CoPC training unknowingly create hazards in explosive environments. IECEx CoPC, or Certificate of Personnel Competence, equips workers to recognize and manage these risks effectively, ensuring workplace safety. What is the impact of combustible gas and dust explosions? The consequences are devastating, affecting lives, property, and entire industries. First, there's the loss of life. In mere seconds, explosions can take lives, putting workers in unimaginable danger. Then comes property damage. Explosions don't just harm one area, they can destroy entire facilities, costing millions in repairs and reconstruction. The environmental impact is equally severe, leaving behind toxic fumes, polluted water, and prolonged cleanup efforts. And finally, the economic loss is immense. Businesses face halted production, compensation claims, and lasting reputational damage. How can you prevent combustible gas and dust explosions? The answer is explosion-proof training. Ultech Engineering, in partnership with CoPC Energy and IECEx, Scheme for Certification of Personnel Competencies, CoPC, certified trainer, brings top-tier training to East Malaysia. This internationally recognized training teaches workers to identify, assess, and control explosive hazards, reducing risks in the workplace. With IECEx CoPC certification, industries enhance safety, ensure compliance, and protect their teams. Ultech Engineering and CoPC Energy are shaping a safer workforce in East Malaysia, because safety is everyone's responsibility. What is IECEx CoPC, and why does it matter? The IECEx CoPC is your gateway to safety in explosive environments. This globally recognized certification ensures you have the knowledge and skills to safely work where hazards like gas or dust can cause disasters. With IECEx, industries get a unified safety standard, reducing costs and increasing confidence. So, whether you're in Europe, Canada, or Australia, you can trust IECEx certified equipment to meet the highest safety standards. Safety isn't just a priority, it's a responsibility. With the right training, like the IECEx CoPC certification, we can prevent catastrophic gas and dust explosions before they happen. Ultech Engineering, in collaboration with CapeServe Energy, is empowering workers in East Malaysia to identify and manage risks effectively. By prioritizing safety education and following industry standards, we're not just protecting lives and assets, we're shaping a future where explosive hazards are a thing of the past. Join us in building a safer, more resilient industrial landscape. Enjoy this content. Like and share to help others discover it. Don't miss out. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content and insights.